Hello my beautiful people, welcome to the next in the weekly general series with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, a couple of announcements. I am currently doing a live series where I'll be going live every day that started yesterday. This is a journey through the chakras. We've started with the root chakra. If you want to be a part of that, it takes place at 8 p.m. UK time every single day for the next 6 days, including this evening. They will be up for a week, so you can do the journey at your own pace if you can't make it, during the live. With that said, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So with that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And going into my intuition this week, what I actually saw was a lion, and I found that really interesting because my t-shirt. So the message that I got over and over was be lion-hearted. This is about being fierce. It's about what lions represent. They represent courage. They represent loyalty. They represent being fierce in the pursuit of what it is that you're chasing or hunting down. And so the message this week that is kind of coming through or permeating this whole reading is that you need to be ready, willing and able to go after what it is that you want. Now is a time when people are really finding out what it is that they want to do, who it is that they want to be, what it is that they feel they are meant to become, how they align themselves with their purpose more than ever. Being lion-hearted is about being a warrior of love. It's about being about being a warrior of love. It's about tapping into that heart-spaced energy and asking yourself, what am I here to do? Where is it that I go from here? What do I truly want to create? What is it that resonates with me? And what is it that I'm doing in pursuit of that? This is about being fierce in the pursuit of what sets your heart and soul on fire. What is it that is really going to make you feel passionate, powerful, obsessed with what you do? That feeling of wanting to get out of bed every single day because you've got a purpose. Now is the time for you to discover that. And if you're not putting your heart and soul into discovering what your purpose is, you're never going to find it. Now is the time to open yourself up, to really look at your thoughts, to look at your mind, to look at your entire life path. Look at everything that has led you up to this moment, this mad, crazy moment in history. What has led you up to this point? This is now a time for you to look back over your entire life and ask yourself, what was I being prepared for? What is it that what is it that my heart, that my soul are requiring of me now? How is it that I truly want to show up for the world? How is it that I really feel that I am best capable and able and actually willing to serve humanity in these times, in these moments, and from here on in? Asking yourself these questions at the moment is absolutely vital. I truly believe that. And once you discover what it is, be lion-hearted. Go after it with everything that you have. Pursue your goals, your dreams, your hopes, but ultimately your purpose with everything that you have. I read this thing about lions the other day and how they get up each day knowing that if they don't hunt, they're not going to eat. And that's not about fear-mongering, right? It's about tapping into that energy of waking up every day with knowing that you have a purpose. Outside of everything else that's going on, outside of everything else that you are, waking up every day knowing that you have a purpose. For me, it's this channel. Every single day when I wake up, I know what I've got to do. Currently, I am doing my best to show up for humanity in any way, shape or form that I possibly can. One, to get myself out there, and two, so that I can assist people. Or that's actually the other way around. That sounds really selfish, so forgive me. And ultimately this is me living my purpose. What is yours? And it doesn't matter if you haven't discovered it yet. Just be open. ask yourself, look over your entire lifetime up until this point and really pick out the gems, the big lessons, the big moments, the big pointers, you know, the big signposts in life that the universe kind of puts in front of us, and ask yourself, if this were a culmination point, which I believe it is for everybody, what would be the outcome? What is it that the universe was preparing me for all along? What was it that I always felt like I was driving towards? This is now time for you to discover this. All right, so let's check out the cards. Ooh, okay, so it's jumped straight out at me. And it is the Wheel of Fortune. Now is the time, right? This is, I mean, look at this. This is a card of synchronicity. It's a card of fated moments. It's a card of luck. It reminds us that what goes up must come down, that what goes down has to come up. The Wheel of Fortune, right? In ancient astrology, the moon represented fortune, right? And the moon circles the entire zodiac once every 28 or I think it's like 29 days, isn't it? Like 29 and a half maybe. And what I find really intriguing about this, even though this card actually represents Jupiter, the blessings, the abundance, the spontaneous opportunities that can find us, you know, the good fortune, the expansive fortune, it's also a reminder, right? Just like the moon that travels through the entire zodiac, it represented the physical body, it represented fortune, it represented money, materials, all of those things. Anything that was considered earthly or practical was ruled by the moon in ancient astrology. And what I find really interesting about that is the moon is exalted in Taurus, right? As I'm filming this, the moon is currently in Aries. We've just had the new moon. In fact, I would say at the time that most of you are going to be watching this, set your intentions for the year ahead, right? New moon in Aries. This is the birth of the astrological year. It's a new start, a brand new beginning. Where do you want to be a year from now? What are you planting at this time so that you can reap the rewards of later next year? Yeah, and as I'm recording this, as I put it out, so tomorrow on Thursday, the moon will be moving into Taurus, right? Which is, the moon is exalted in Taurus. Most people in the astrological community know that. Even people with a little bit of astrological knowledge know that. However, the moon doesn't have a sign in which it is, in which it's depressed, let's say. And one of the thoughts behind that, which I learnt from my astro teacher at the moment, is absolutely phenomenal, because it says whoever fortune raises up cannot be brought down, and whoever fortune has down, nobody can take any further down, right? And it's that reminder that this cyclic energy pulsates through all things, that whatever you are experiencing at the moment, right? If it is that slowdown that everybody's feeling, if it is that worry, that fear, that are my basic sort of needs and stuff going to be met, if you are feeling any of that and you haven't seen the root chakra meditation that I did, please check it out. It will really help you, and we're going to build on that successively throughout the week. But yeah, you know, your Wheel of Fortune is basically saying the tide can but turn. No matter what you experience at any given moment, it can but change. Change is the nature of life. It is the nature of all things. So just know that from here on in, things are going to move, right? Things are definitely going to move forward. Wheel of Fortune is a beautiful card because it's that reminder that just out of the blue, a minute, a moment can change your entire life. Make sure you are in line for whatever those blessings are that may want to find you at this moment in time. Be lion-hearted in the pursuit of whatever it is that sets your soul on fire with passion and love and excitement. And if you don't know what it is at the moment, if you don't know what your purpose is, be fierce and be lion-hearted in your pursuit of finding out what that is. Now is the time for people to discover what they're truly wanting, what they truly want to go from here on in. And with the Wheel of Fortune as the destiny card, there is a chance. There is a real chance for you to discover what that is and to go after it now, no matter what's taking place in the world. In fact, in spite of what's happening in the world, life will always find a way, and it's really important that you find yours. So the direction, to give it some context, where does this go? Wow. Wow, this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Look at this, the 10 of Cups. This is beautiful, right? So what this reminds you of more than anything, right? The Ten of Cups represents home. It represents that final moment where you can stop, where you can step back and say, you know what, the goal has been achieved. It's that moment where you come in, you close the door, you feel safe, you feel secure, and you feel, you know, just happy, abundant. This card represents a material stability, material security. It represents financial and abundant security, right? Your Ten of Cups is a beautiful card because it is wishes fulfilled. And you know, the beauty of this card more than anything else is your Nine of Cups is the wish fulfillment. Your Ten of Cups is even better because it's the wish so fulfilled that you can share it with others, that you can put it, you know, that you can share whatever it is that's coming your way is so abundant that you can share it with others. Now, as a direction, what this is asking you to do is seek happier times, reach out to people. This isn't a time to sit at home and just binge Netflix and do nothing and be unproductive. And, you know, don't get me wrong, there are moments where I sit and I'll just scroll through my phone and I'll just do nothing. But for the most part, I've got my nose in a book, I've got my pen and pad out, I've got my laptop open, I'm doing things, I'm thinking about what can I do, how can I help, how can I be of assistance. Now is the time for you to network your butt off. I don't care what it is that you're doing, speak to people, connect to people, go live, you know, look for different avenues for doing what it is that you do, because there is a whole wider world community out there that is waiting for you. Now, check this out, right? Wheel of Fortune, number 10. Ten of Cups, number 10. What are tens all about? Tens are about completion. Tens are about attainment. They're about the physical manifestation of the hard work, of the hard efforts that you have put in up until this point. The fact that we have two tens, the fact that we've got the Wheel of Fortune coupled with the Ten of Cups, this is like imagine this as like a Venus conjunct Jupiter or a Venus trine Jupiter. For those of you that are astrologically minded or have some knowledge of astrology, this is like a Jupiter trine Venus moment, right? This is a really gorgeous energy for this week. I'm not saying all of the world's problems are going to suddenly disappear overnight. In fact, no, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, in spite of all of the stuff that we are experiencing at the moment, there are opportunities for you to thrive. If you look for them, if you are lion-hearted in your pursuit of what it is that you want to chase after, of finding your purpose, if you don't feel that you have it at this moment in time, you can but succeed. The opportunities are all around you. You just have to look for them at this moment in time. Right, so for the insight card, what is coming in this week? What is the energy that is making its way in to our lives, working through our time? All right, and this week we get the Page of Pentacles. I find this really, I find this really funny. And the reason I find it funny is because the Page of Pentacles represents something that you do in a small way. Sometimes it can be a hobby, sometimes it can be a side hustle. Very often I see this card for people going into business for themselves or people that are self-employed of some sort. Now, at the moment, especially in the UK, those words are like swear words because self-employed people are really, really quite worried at this moment in time. The Page of Pentacles also represents in the Kabbalah, so one of the deeper meanings for it is the body of the soul. This is about the path that you take through your life. For some people, you might understand this as your dharma. So this is about the path that you take. It's not about karma. It's not about what you do and don't deserve. It's about what you do. It's about how you show up. It's things that you do of a practical nature. And because this falls right underneath the Wheel of Fortune, I think we're going to see a massive spike this week in people saying, you know what? There isn't time to waste anymore. Fuck it. If I'm going to do it, if I'm ever going to do it, now is the time. If I'm ever going to get started on this, now is the time to do it. And with your Page of Pentacles as an insight, this basically says that for those that are willing to do the practical work, for those that are ready, willing and able to roll up their sleeves, get stuck in and get going, you might not necessarily even be able to see the end result, but you must get started on that path regardless. For those that do that work, blessings abound. This is just, I mean, this is a phenomenal week, especially with everything that's going on right now. Okay, so I've got an interruption here. Those of you that are waiting on letters of education, those of you that are waiting on news or correspondence about a dwelling or a home of some sort, you have good news. For those of you that are just reaching the end of your pregnancies and about to give birth, not only do you have a happy, healthy baby, but you are very likely to be able to have either a home birth, or you may very well see that there's an extra support there for you. And I don't know whether this is going to be financial or whether it will be, you know, materials that you need, i.e. nappies, blankets and all the rest of it. But this bodes very, very well. And I actually think across the board, maybe even across the world, we're going to have a call from everybody to really look after the children or the young people of the world. I'm seeing a massive, massive uptake for that kind of thing. So those people that fall into those categories, which is quite a lot of people, to be fair, that's, you know, some really great news for you. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week, everybody. Let me know, you know, hit me up in the comments. Let me know, do you love it? Do you loathe it? And like I said, if you haven't got on to it yet, check out the live streams that I'll be doing for the rest of the week. Take care, and I'll see you soon.